The leader of the Yoruba sociocultural group Afenifere, Pa Ayo Adebanjo, has advised Igbo leaders not to antagonize the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu. The IPOB leader breached the bail conditions granted by him by Justice Binta Yanko, before whom he was standing trial in 2017. He was, however, rearrested in Kenya in June 2021 and brought back in Nigeria to continue his trial. Since his extradition, Kanu has been in the custody of the Department of State Service. The federal government on Monday, January 17th, filed a fresh 15-count terrorism charge against him, thereby increasing the counts in the initial charge bordering on treasonable felony from 7 to 15. The 15-count amended charge marked FHC/ABJ/CR/383/2015 was signed by the Director of Public Prosecution, DPP MB Abubakar, but in an exclusive chat with the Niche, Adebanjo said Kanu committed no crime and cautioned Ndigbo against alienating him. He said, "I have told Igbo leaders, do not antagonize IPOB," he said. Though Adebanjo said he has never met Kanu, he is of the opinion that the embattled IPOB leader will be Igbo Saviour. "I have never met Nnamdi Kanu, but I say, don't antagonize him because he will be your Igbo Saviour." Giving the reason for his assertion, Adebanjo, who was a protege of the late Chief Obafemi Awolowo, said, "But for Nnamdi Kanu, but for Sunday Igboho, restructuring won't be in the front burner of discussions in the country today." Both of them brought the issue to the front burner. The 93-year-old Yoruba leader regretted that just when the issue of restructuring was gathering momentum, a bet of who will be the president was thrown to the Igbo and an otherwise proud, intelligent people with all their education, allowing those he said have only primary school education to dribble them. Adebanjo said Ndigbo don't know the assets they have in IPOB. If IPOB can mobilize the people and say don't go out, and in spite of the position of the governors, no one goes out, that is significant. Adebanjo, who insisted that the issue of mobilization was important because he does not trust the Fulani, said he is giving the same advice to the Yoruba. "I don't trust any Fulani man, and as I told Governor Akeredolu, it is all right for you to pass a resolution, but before that, rally your people. No restructuring, no election. Go and mobilize. That is where your weapon lies. Don't fight them with violence because the Fulani are all over the country. They are in your village and my village, and all of them are armed. They will run over you, but we have one weapon with which we can defeat them, hands down, and that is civil disobedience. If we don't take part in this election, let Buhari go on. Some say that is a difficult thing, but I am happy they are saying it is difficult, not that it is impossible. If you cannot fight a difficult battle, then go and submit yourself to slavery." Adebanjo said it was wrong for Igbo leaders to beg President Muhammadu Buhari to release Nnamdi Kanu. "When they did that, I said, oh my God, I was ashamed." And so imagine that Mbazulike Amechi led the delegation. Amechi was in the trenches with us when we were fighting against the colonialists. He was leading the NCNC youth group. We were in the action group. Now Ndigbo went to beg Buhari, a Fulani reactionary, to release your people. What have your people done? Oh my God, there are this man said a lot of things. I think about 3 or 4 key points. He said Fulanis are all over the place. They are armed. That you can't just if you go and use violence with them, they will overrun you. And again, he goes, why should you go and be begging this man? And oh my God, that if not for Nnamdi Kanu, at least himself and Igbo, they brought again this issue of restructuring. Okay, if separation is not going to be an option, there should be restructuring. But unfortunately, these people who are so greedy, and he said again, you allow those who with primary school certificates be dribbling you. That is unfortunate. Or is it because those guys are so violent? That is why some people are just trying to give them space, or what? Well, the man has said what he has to say. And that is the truth. You might not like it, but whatever you think you like, they continue with it. Or say, he said, or you submit yourself to slavery. He said you submit yourself to slavery if you don't do the right thing. That is what this man is saying. This paper. And from the beginning, this issue of Nnamdi Kanu jumps bay, that has been put to rest, because court of the court of law has said he has vindicated him. I think that's it. And the government supposed to pay him, are supposed to pay him compensation for that. So that thing should not even be coming up again, that Nnamdi Kanu jumps bay. If he jumps bay, then what about the courts that vindicated him? And that reminds me, the federal government said they are going to be studying this whole thing, that they want to study it. It's more than a month now. They are still studying. They have no case. After all, the CJN has already embarrassed them, has already exposed them, that they don't have a evidence or witnesses in most of the cases they file. And what does that tell you? What does that tell one? We all can see what has been happening with all the people that they have arrested. See the issue of Dasuki. What is Dasuki still doing? What is the update of Dasuki's case? Dasuki has just been released. He was just kept in custody for 4 years and nothing happened. They just released him and he's at home. Nobody's saying anything about it. The day, they will wake up again, they will just go and bring the man again. How can you keep somebody for 4 years and you could not judge his case? And at the end of the day, you left him. The same thing happened to Ezazaki. He was discharged and acquitted. So that's buttress. Even without the CGN saying it, everybody is aware of that. Everybody knows that this government does not know what it's doing. They just want to frame people up and just keep you in detention, so that they will use that to scare other people. Other people will not want to come out. What more can this man say, or what more can one say again, apart from what this man has said? And he said the truth. Banjo, please let those greedy Igbo politicians who has nothing to offer, instead of them to rally around Nnamdi Kanu and help him to modernize the IPOB master plan. They are there messing themselves up. Which tribe in this country will support this set of people parading themselves as Igbo leaders? Igbos have genuine people, but the thieves will not allow them to offer their help. What of Igbo? Is he not the savior of Yoruba? Don't Yoruba people have their demand on Igbo too, than to occupy themselves with others? Or have they sold Igbo to Benin? That is neither here nor there. The man has hit the nail on the head. So guys, leave your comment down there below and let's have your take.